Hey everybody, welcome back. This is our second video of the week. This time I'm going to show you how to make a texture brush. And for this one, before you get into a new project, what you're going to do is choose some kind of graphic on your computer. Hopefully you have the resources folder. I went ahead and prematurely drug out the smiley face from the animated folder. So you're welcome to pause the video, go find a picture that you like. Make sure it's not too big. This works better with smaller pictures. So just pause. 3, 2, 1, pause. And we're back. All right, so here we go. Windows Form app. We're going to call this texture brushes on desktop, of course. Okay, so first I'm going to start this the same way I did last program. I'm going to change the text. I'm going to make the size 600 by 600. Not that I have to, it's just that seems to be a pretty decent size for, nice little square form. Okay, so now that we are in here, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my resources. So I'm going to go to Project, Properties, Project Properties. And then on the left side, we're going to go to Resources. We'll drop down here. You're going to go to Images. I'm going to go to Add Existing File. And wherever I saved it here on my desktop, mine is called Smiling. So, of course, you're going to have a different one. So whatever yours is called, make sure you remember that. Hit Save All so it puts it into your project folder. And then you can close out of your resources and go back to your code. All right, I'm going to double click the form. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to do texture brushes. So the other day we did solid brushes. Now we're doing texture brushes. I'm going to first start with dim screen as graphics, and I'm going to dim my brush, which you might remember we did that the other day. Dim my brush, but instead of doing a solid brush, this time I'm going to do as a texture brush. Okay. Next, inside of my form load, screen equals me dot create graphics. So all of our stuff is now set up and ready to go. Okay. From here, I need to go into the same code we went into on Monday, Tuesday's class, the live session, and that would be the mouse move. This is going to be how we draw on the form itself. So in my top middle, I have form events. That's probably already done by default because there's literally no other things on your form. Go to your drop down. No, it doesn't like this because my screencasting is in the way. Hang on. Oh, what are you doing? Get out of the way. There we go. Oh, that was a pain. Alright, mouse move is what we want. Now we put those back where they were. I honestly don't even know why there's two of them. There's 6 weeks to go. There's just weird things going on. Now I see duplicate of myself. Who the heck knows? Alright, boys and girls, so inside mouse move, what we're going to do. Keep in mind that we have this E, this parameter E is a mouse event. It's going to handle the mouse movement on the form. So this is the code that happens when you move your mouse on the form. I'm first going to set up a brush. My brush is a new texture brush. With what? So a texture is have a solid color, like instead of saying color.green or color.fromEdge RGB, a texture brush needs, if you look over here in the pop-up, it needs an image. That's what our resource is. I'm going to say my.resources dot, and then whatever you called yours. Mine is called smiling, so therefore I have smiling. And so now, again, I go back to that E parameter, which is the same thing we did on Monday, Tuesday. if E dot button equals left. Okay, and remember, you don't have to take the whole thing. You can just use your mouse to select the IntelliSense, that little pop-up thing. If E dot button equals mouse buttons dot left, what you want to do is screen dot draw ellipse. I'm going to draw an ellipse, which is, it's an oval. I'm going to draw an ellipse with my brush. And then it needs a rectangle. So what I do is I'm using the coordinate of the mouse. E is the variable that refers to the mouse event. So it can refer to buttons or location. Again, we saw this on Monday, Tuesday. The top left corner is E.x, comma E.y. So we start in the top left corner, and then it needs, if you see here, it needs a width and a height. So I'm just going to do something like, 50-50. So that's going to draw a ellipse of my smiley face with the mouse cursor in the top left corner and a height and width of 50. So it's basically like the diameter of the circle. But just keep in mind that the XY is not measured in the center. It's measured in the top left corner. I'll show you this when we run the program. So let's run the program quick. I just did the same thing. If you watched the last video, you saw I did this exact same error. I meant to do fill ellipse, not draw ellipse. Draw ellipses with pens, and I wanted a brush, so I need to say fill. Oh my gosh. Twice in one night. Good time. So fill ellipses for brush. Alright, so I'm moving my mouse. Nothing's happening because, of course, I need to click my mouse button and then start moving. So it's painting. Now, it might not be what you expected. What it's really doing is it's almost like it tiled the whole background with smiley faces. And as I'm clicking my mouse, it's almost like it's revealing them, almost like one of those scratch-off lottery tickets. So if I were to do the whole thing, like I said, it's almost like an entire tile background of smiley faces. So, neat little effect. And the 50-50, that's what it's showing you. It's revealing 50 by 50 at a time. So that's one way to draw with a graphic. Another way, alternatively, would be if E.button equals, let's do the right button this time. So kind of change it up a little bit. So for this one, what I'm going to do is draw with the image. I'm going to say screen.draw image. Now for the image, it needs the image and a point. Again, kind of start focusing on these little pop-ups. They're trying to help you. So for the image, my.resources.smiling, comma, and then it needs a point. Well, that point would be your x and y, E.x, comma E.y. So let's see how that changes things. Aha, look at that. So now it's literally drawing, almost like it's a brush, but it's drawing with your picture. So that's a pretty cool effect. If you ever played the old Windows Solitaire, when you win the game, how the cards start falling down like that, they kind of make that, this is how they did that. It's this feature right here. You're drawing the images in a different arc. So neat little program. Just a pretty cool way to draw with pictures. And of course, this works for any picture. The first one, it's revealing the image with the given size. In the second one, depending on what picture you used, it draws it to the actual size. So if you used a very large picture, it's going to draw with a very large brush. My smiley face is pretty small, so my drawing is pretty small. But piece of cake. All right. Hope you have fun with this. Feel free to tweak it as needed. Enjoy.